Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. For this beautiful fall-like May weather we have here, I have for you video 7 on my Bluejacket Portland steamer of 1898. It's known as the Portland Gail. Okay guys, those since reviewing the history of this thing, I think a lot of you know about it, a lot of you don't. And I've been on this thing pretty steadily since that last video I posted, number 6. It's not easy, guys. Building this thing is not easy, because you're constantly when you're dealing with white and gray, they're hard colors to fool with, and especially imperfections and blemishes, anything like that. So you got to make sure everything's blemish free in these things, you know, and everything's got to be presto before you apply a finishing paint. In other words, you'd be touching up here and there, sanding here and there, repriming, reshooting the paint. It runs into time and a lot of material. So you want to go there, so you kind of work on things like that at the primer stage. That's why it's very essential to use primer, because it'll let you know where the imperfections are at. And when they're all mastered out, then it's ready to just shoot the works. Okay. On video number 7, I got this hull all completely painted. Decks completely painted. In place is the paddle wheel ornaments, which fits outside port and starboard side of the paddle box. And I got lady saloon, 4 saloon decks. I got panel work, interior details to do, and everything. They can be treated separately, but they're on the model right here. Just temporarily give you a view how it looks like during the construction. And it goes together very difficult. So anybody gets this kit, it's a very difficult kit to work on and master, because it's a clean build, and it's a very expensive build, and so you don't want to flub up on a $600 model. And so you got to take your time and make sure all parts fit well and everything. So I got this thing pretty much together in its entirety, with the exception of the pilot house, and everything else goes with it. I just more or less fitting parts on it, get a good idea how they fit and everything by following the plans behind me. And they give you an instruction booklet over here, which shows you how to do it and everything. Put that whole cigar down before I burn the house down. There's a instruction manual they give you right here. And back here has got notes. I've been making, when I build models, I gotta always write notes on these things. A log time of hours. I've got 166 hours so far on this build since I built this thing from day 1. 166 hours, and that turned into months, days, and weeks, maybe a year or two also. So when you're building projects like this, it's always to log your work down and put your time on there, because you go to a model show or something like that, or somebody looks at it, yeah, I built this thing right from here. Here's all the notes that I done on this thing, stating the build. And they give you all this trim work. I already pre-painted all this trim. All this trim fits around the hull, and really, it dresses up really nice. So I'm going to be putting on the trim next. That'd be the next thing I'll be doing on this. Enough chatter. I'm going to come over here and take a gander at this, and I'll review what's got to be done and give you a good idea of what I'll be doing on this. Okay guys, as you can see right here, I got it all completely painted, all finished. This is the color of the decks. These here, like I said, I just put them on there. Same thing here, I just laid it on there just to give a good view, overview of how the model is coming along. And every time I work a little bit on it, I take a break, I sit back, puff on a cigar with a cup of coffee or iced tea or something, and I review, see if I can find any imperfections. something that really needs to be addressed before proceed any further. Because we, like I say, guys, we're building a model like this kind of quality, especially the money. The time is more or less more important than any of that. Is that when you build a model like this, is you got to take your time, play time. It takes lots of time, and when you take your time, do lots of time, it comes out very, very, very easily. Comes out very nicely. I'm always constantly taking nice, fine, wet and dry sandpaper. I'm always sanding here a little bit. Although this is a finished product on here, I see a little blemish on there, like, oh, a blemish, but it's pretty good. Got that off there. It's always good to sand and reseal again with sealer. Okay. Remember these little strips right here I showed you? I got painted green and black. Starting out the black, these are known as your bumper rails, bumping strakes. And it fits right about here. See the transformation, how it's starting to change? It goes all the way here, all around the hull. That's up to the main deck. In between the main deck, up to the gang ports, starting where your paddle's at, right about here. You got a green trim that goes down this way. See how the transformation is starting to form? Then you got another one that comes over here. So you got two green on top and a black on the bottom. Those are your rubbing strakes. I'm going to be doing that. When you put rubbing strakes on, don't use none of this crap. This is good for some things. I love this the most. This thing was built with this, tight bond. Put a little bit in a cup, add a little water to it, till it's about the consistency of cream. Brush it on back here. Start in the center of your paddle wheels box. That would be your, and do a little bit of the time, because it's got to be a time-consuming job. Instead of using ACC. Because I tell you what, have an ACC, you put it on there, you stick it, and somehow that stuff goes. It'll stick on your finger, you take your finger, and it pulls off there, and it'll leave a mess on there. So never do facial work using acrylite glues. Acrylite glues is good for putting pieces together where it's not going to be seen. Structurally, internally, more or less. But this here's the best there is. I use that all the time. Okay, I got the trim work. When I get all the trim work done on this thing, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to paint this. I'm going to mask all this area. Of course, this comes off anyway. I just laid these on here just to give you an idea. But I'm going to mask off on top of the salon deck here, the boat deck, and I'm going to paint the top of these paddle boxes gold. To match the gilded ornament exterior piece of the paddle wheel. And then I'm going to start, when it's all done, nothing to do but work on this. This thing has got to be completely detailed out by adding paneling, by adding pieces of timber on here. That which simulates actually how the ship was built. The interior of this thing was all cherry wood, all cherry and different kinds of woods. Very luxurious inside. And always keep your hands clean. When I'm working on this thing, I don't use my bare hands here. I put gloves on. It's white. White is like a magnet waiting for a piece of metal, like your hands, a boop, and leave your trademark on your model. Like I had a blemish right there, I just sanded. That came from probably, well, I just handed it like this. When your hands, no matter how clean your hands, of course, I'm washing my hands every 10 minutes anyway. Ever since this virus kicked in action, I've been washing my flippers all the time and keeping them clean, keeping them sanitized. When I work on this thing, I go back in, rub it above 4 minutes in the tub, give it a rub with my hands and clean it up. and get on this thing and work on it. So I must have put a kind of a blemish on there. But like I say, it's white, and it can be easily sanded out by using wet and dry sandpaper, 320 grit. What it does, it takes that off. It's gone. It was just a little smudge on my hand. I just couldn't see the light in me. I make sure my hands are clean. So the best way to do it, fellas, is always keep clean gloves on. One could be the working gloves. This could be the handling gloves. That way, this is more or less subject to get paint and everything on it. Then this one here won't, because it's clean. So you got one for moving it on and one for working. That's how Frankie Day does it. I know you guys do it too. So anyway, that's what's on the agenda of the next. So on video 8, you'll see that. And also you'll be seeing the detailed work I'll be putting in on these profile deck cabin sides, on the saloon decks. This is a very clean model, and it's got to be done very, very cleanly, because they don't take long to get a smudge on it, and it's very annoying because it's clean. If it was black like that and stuff, it'd be different because they don't pick up. But white is it's about the cleanest color it is in the color spectrum, because it's natural and it leaves a blemish. It's just the nature of the color of paint. And the best thing to do is, after it's all matted out, take some semi-gloss and spray semi-gloss on it. That way, if you get a blemish on it, it can wash out that gloss very easily. But these things look more authentically, accurately by just by using a matte finish on it, like this one is. I'm constantly doing this, guys. I'll make sure everything is good and clean. So that's about as far as I got on it. So on video 8 comes up, like I said, I'll have the rub rails on here, and I'll start having all the detail work done on the cabin sides. And this will be all painted, and this will be mounted, and fittings will be added as I go along. Okay, we'll sing the camera down to yours truly, and that'll be it. I've been tinkering around with a bunch of stuff. I went down to the bosun locker down below, and I gotta thank it. Thanks that you finished up all these things you got started. I've done nothing on the Denmark. She's about a meter away from me, 2 meters away from me, and clean. It's nice and clean. I cleaned it the other day, dusted it. I'll be on that probably shortly. I've been working on a lot of stuff I got finished. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm going around, take care of this guy, take care of this guy, take care of this guy, and pretty soon they'll all be done. So right now I'm working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models at a time now, and I'll probably be posting a video maybe this evening on 2 other builds I'll be finishing up on, and we'll get to that when the video comes. So anyway, guys, this is about all I got going on right now thus far. I'm working on my Portland right here, making great progress. So putting a trim on is going to really spice this bad boy up. It's going to look real nice and beautiful. She's a very beautiful ship. And it's really so sad that this man didn't use proper judgment in taking this thing out of deep water in storm conditions. This thing has overdone its limit, what it was designed for. I mean, these things operate very, very greatly in protected harbors and rivers, but when you take something like that in very deep, deep, deep open water, and especially that night when that Gail came up like it did, it was a nor'easter for sure. 103-mile-an-hour winds. That was known as the Portland Gale of 1898. That place looked like Hiroshima. The force of nature and wind is so powerful, it picked up 200-foot clipper ships, schooners, and washed them ashore. Can you imagine having a farmhouse out there right at the beach and have a big ship parked out in your backyard? Man! So like I say, you never underestimate the force of nature. It's very powerful. The ocean is very powerful, and the wind is more powerful. More powerful than a bomb. A bomb is a firecracker compared to those two conditions. Okay, guys, that's all I got to say right now. That's all I got going on. I'd like to have everybody please be safe out there when you go out to the store, because it's getting warm weather coming up, and a lot of you like to go outside. I don't blame you a bit. I don't blame you a bit. And a lot of you fellows out there like to go outside like I do too. So fortunately, I got it made pretty good by going outside, because I take my radio control model ships out there. I've been going out there at the lake all the time, taking my models out there, and it's been very windy out there. It's been raining for the last couple of days, and very, very cold. This is the first time I've ever lived in my life in Ohio now for almost 40 years that we have almost fall-like conditions out there. And it's cold out there now. It looks like got more storm activity coming this way too. It rained like cats and dogs about an hour and a half ago. Sky got all blackened and everything, and oh boy, here we go. So batten down the hatches, and we got a squall coming this way. Anyway, that would be that. Make mama happy. Always make mama happy. Take care of your woman. Take care of the little ones, and take care of yourselves, fellas. Please stay healthy. Wear gloves. Mask on. Stay with these loonies out there. You got a lot of people out there who don't care about life in general, and they don't exercise the fact that you don't monkey around with this virus. With God's help, and things will get better. They will. Just like I said previously in my videos, they can send man on the moon and bring him back safely. They can find a cure for this. And I hope life gets back together again, and also be a lesson in life in general, not to be incomplacent. When you live blind, you die blind. Okay, this is Frankie Day signing of Frankie Day Models. So stay posted for the 2 goodies I got coming for you. So thank you very much, guys, for all, especially for all my new subscribers out there. I'm very honored, each one of you. And I love you guys. You guys take care of yourselves. Please be healthy, be safe. And I love you. And this is Frankie Day signing off for Frankie Day Models. God bless you all, and Godspeed.